Genesis 3:18, both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In a recent Instagram post, a friend lamented the state of her garden. Recently, the battle against weeds and pests was simply more than she could deal with. Using natural methods to grow healthy produce for her family was creating a greater strain on life than the benefits the harvest was providing. The conclusion? Go nuclear and just wipe the garden out. At the very least, resort to commercial herbicides and rototilling. Now, I don't know about you, but I too, like my friend, love gardening and maintaining a beautifully landscaped yard. My nemesis? Weeds. I too have considered that it would be just easier to napalm my yard and blot it all out of existence rather than face pulling out one more weed. Far too often, the destruction of one weed appears to result in the creation of 5 to 10 more popping up in its place. Reflecting on God's words to Adam, I wonder if the reason he allowed for thorns and thistles was to remind Adam and us of the nature of sin. It often feels like when you have succeeded in pulling up one sin, it's replaced by 5 to 10 more sins even worse than the one removed. Yank out those new sins and even more erupt to take their place. Soon life begins to drag heavy on the soul. The battle seems too great and the only solution seems too drastic. Thankfully, God is the ultimate weed eradicator. He knows how to remove those pesky weeds of sin and replace them with the beauty of His righteousness. Our only need is to let the Master Gardener into the garden of our soul so He can show us the way to overcome the sins which are lying dormant below the surface, and instead rejoice in the fruits of His Spirit. What do you think? How are you letting God uproot the weeds of sin in your life? Put your comments below or email me at pastor@tillplains.church. And don't forget to subscribe, like, or share if you want to help others have a weed-free garden too. Until next week, Maranatha.